Hi everyone! Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get into today's English lesson, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. You can hit that big red button that says subscribe. And if you want, you can turn on notifications. That way you'll know when I go live, when I post new videos, everything like that. You can also follow me on Facebook and TikTok. All the links will be in the description box below, so you can check those out as well. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. So today we're going to talk about changing our vocabulary to sound more fluent. Okay, so today we're going to look at not saying I understand or I know. Okay, so I know that a lot of students get into the habit of repeating the same thing in every situation. So it's really easy and comfortable for you to use words that you have been using for a long time, like I know or I understand. But we have to challenge ourselves if we want to improve. So today I would like you to think of some new ways to say the same thing, but without repeating yourself. Okay, so today we're going to look at replacing I know, I understand with some other phrases that might be more suitable in certain situations. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Ready? Okay, here we are. So we have stop saying I understand. We could also stop saying I know. So I know, I understand. Those are very common words that, even people who are just starting to study English, probably everyone knows I know, I understand. Okay? But we want to speak like a native. Let's speak like a native English speaker. Okay, so in some situations, we don't say, I know or I understand. So we have the first one. Okay, very good. The first one is informal. So we can say this with our friends or our family members. It's quite casual. So we can say, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay? You can look at these examples. Could you explain it one more time? I don't get it. So if you say, I don't get it, it means I don't understand. But a lot of the times when we want to ask a question, it's a little bit strange to say, I do not understand. Okay? Especially if you're speaking with friends or your family or someone you've known for a long time. It's a little bit strange to say, I do not understand. It sounds a little bit too correct. So if you can replace it with, I don't get it, that is going to sound very, very natural. Okay, so remember, this is informal, it's casual. You probably won't see this on a test, but I guarantee you, every American talks like this, okay? Another way you can express it is, do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes when I give English lessons like this online, when I have live English lessons, I like to ask my students, do you get what I'm saying? Or if I explain something that's a little bit complicated, I might ask, do you guys get it? Do you get it? That means, do you understand? Okay, do you understand? Do you get it? Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, very good. Let's go on to the second one. This one is also very, very informal. Okay? So this one is very close to the last one. We're going to say getcha or gotcha. Gotcha is past tense. Getcha is present tense. Okay, so these words, getcha, gotcha, they're not really official words, but we do write them like this. We do write them. They're informal. Again, you probably won't see these on an English test, but I guarantee you every American will say getcha or gotcha. Okay? So, like the last one, do you get it? Do you get it? This one is combining get you. So if I say, I get you, it means I understand you. But here we say it really quickly. So we say, I getcha or I gotcha, because you often gets shortened to ya, ya. I get ya, I getcha, I getcha. I got ya, I gotcha. Okay, so that's the origin. So let's look at my examples. I don't want you borrowing my clothes without asking me first. Okay, gotcha. So when you say, okay, gotcha, it means I understand what you're telling me. Okay, now I understand that I can't borrow your clothes without asking first. I need to ask first. I gotcha, I gotcha. Okay? The next one, very simple. Do you understand? Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. I understand. Okay? So those are the informal ones. Getcha, gotcha, I get ya, I get it. Okay? Very good. The next one is not informal. Not informal. So you might understand this word. You might recognize this word. We have recognize. Recognize. Be careful with the pronunciation. It does have an O here, but we're going to pronounce it recognize. Recognize, not recognize, okay? Recognize, recognize. All right? So I recognize that you have had a difficult time. So sometimes recognize is similar in meaning to understand or know. So in this example sentence, I recognize that you have had a difficult time. I understand. I know you have had a difficult time. Okay? Next example. She didn't recognize that she had made a huge mistake. She didn't recognize. So she didn't know. She didn't know that she made a huge mistake. So here we can also say recognize. She didn't recognize her mistake. Very good. This one can be used in any kind of situation. You might see this on an English test. It is not informal. Next one is very similar. Realize. Realize. Do you realize what you're doing? So you might hear this, you might hear English native speakers talk like this. Do you realize what you're doing? Do you realize what you've done? It means, do you understand? Do you know what you're doing? Okay? He realized his error at once. He realized his error at once. So he understood his error, his mistake, and at once means right away, immediately. He made a mistake and then he understood, he realized he made a mistake right away. Okay, very good. The next one is grasp, grasp. Okay, I used to wonder why my parents couldn't grasp technology. Grasp. So the meaning of grasp, there are two meanings. If you grasp something with your hand, it means you hold on to it. Okay? You hold on to it. You get a hold of something. So when we use grasp in this sense, to know or to understand, it means with your mind to completely understand something. Okay? I used to wonder why my parents couldn't grasp technology. Okay? Do your parents grasp new technology? I know for my parents and my grandma, they don't really grasp all of the new technology, but they try, right? They try their best. Do you grasp the severity of your actions? Do you grasp, do you understand the severity of your actions? So if you know the word severe, severity is the noun, severity. So something is very serious. Your actions are very serious. Do you understand that? So, for example, a severe action could be driving a car after drinking alcohol. Maybe if a police officer stopped you, the police officer pulled you over to the side of the road. Sir, were you drinking? Ma'am, how much you had to drink tonight? They might say, do you grasp the severity of your actions? Do you understand that this is very severe? This is very dangerous. Okay, do you grasp it? Very good. Okay, the next one is acknowledge. Acknowledge. Okay, he acknowledged her hard work. So acknowledged, here we're going to use it that he understood that she worked hard. He knows she works hard. So he acknowledged her hard work. Okay? Do you acknowledge that you were wrong? Do you acknowledge that you were wrong? So do you understand and accept that you were wrong? Okay? Do you acknowledge that you were wrong? Of course, we can say, do you know that you were wrong? Do you understand that you were wrong? But when we use the word acknowledge, it has the meaning of understand and know, but also accept. Accept something. So do you acknowledge has a little bit of a different nuance than do you know, do you understand? Okay, we're also accepting something. Okay, very good. The next one is comprehend. Comprehend. Okay, she couldn't comprehend why he was mad. This is very close in meaning to understand. We could also put grasp here. She couldn't grasp why he was mad. She couldn't comprehend why he was mad. So here, if we say someone can't comprehend something, it means they have no idea. They can't understand something. They just don't know. Okay, she couldn't comprehend why he was mad. Next example, it took me a while to comprehend what was going on. So it took me some time, it took me a while to fully understand what was going on, what was happening. Okay, it took me a while to comprehend what was going on. Very good. Okay, so we learned 7 new ways to say I understand or I know. So, really quick recap. I get it. I get it. Informal. Do you get what I'm saying? Did you get this lesson? Do you get it? Means do you understand? Getcha, gotcha, very informal. So for example, if someone says, please wash your hands before you eat dinner. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Very good. Number 3 was recognize. Recognize. Do you recognize your mistakes? Number 4 is realize. Do you realize what you're doing? Number 5 is grasp. Grasp. Grasp means fully understand something. Grasp. Then we had acknowledge. Acknowledge means you understand and you accept something. Okay, it has a little bit of a deeper meaning than just understand. Okay, and then we have comprehend. So comprehend again means fully understand something. So similar to grasp. Okay, very good. We have 7 new words that you can use instead of I know, I understand, I know, I understand. Okay, having a variety of vocabulary is going to help you sound more fluent, understand what people are saying, and I think it's going to help you if you are trying to get a good score on the TOEIC, the IELTS. If you have any speaking tests with your tests, it's good to learn new ways to say something because they do look for repetition. If you're repeating those simple, easy words that you know. So if you know the nuances between them, you're going to be able to have better conversations in English. Okay, very good. So please, in the comments, write some example sentences. Try to do at least 1 or 2. If you're a really good student, you could write 7 example sentences. That would be so amazing. I would definitely look at yours. Okay, so if you can write some examples, try and practice and use them. See if you can get used to them. Okay, and then try to use them in conversation as much as possible. All right, thank you guys so much for watching today's lesson. If you have any lesson suggestions, you can also comment them down below. And yeah, I will see you in our next lesson. Thank you, everyone. Bye.